Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 39 of Techopolis 3. Where today, well, we built this structure behind me. What is it used for? How do we build it? What is all the secrets it holds? Well, you're going to have to jump into this episode to find out. Okay, guys. Came up with an interesting plan between last episode and this episode. You know how we have this storage bus here and this crafting block? Yeah. Oh yeah. I have all of this stuff here, and I want to put into here for right now. We've got the advanced researcher. Well, we'll have to remember that the advanced researcher is in here now. So I had just gotten done with that previous episode, so one of the things that came to mind to fix this is honestly remove a little bit of this stuff here so we can actually get this a little bit cleaner. There we go. That is better looking. We're going to need more item pipes here. We're going to take all of this stuff out of here. And I'm just going to drop this all into here. We're actually, I just noticed, we're going to need a key now to fix these drawers up. And yeah, I was like originally going to just go with these drawer ideas because, you know, it looked kind of nice and everything, but the way we are going to fix this is actually running item pipes. Item pipes, here we go. From that setup right there, just, you know, use our previous method of hiding everything underneath ground. Put the tractor there. And still keep the automation that we had started with this over here like so. We can now go in here. We can teach it the remaining patterns. So we're going to need some more blink patterns. Also going to need to set this 1K storage there. And we will do the following. Okay, so say we want some blink patterns. What are we missing for patterns? I think it's copper, right? Yeah, it's just copper that we're missing. Do we have any copper in here? Do not, because we don't have access to this. it's definitely something we're going to need access to here shortly. How many of those do we get? 4. That's enough to make the remaining ones of these guys here. The processes for the circuits that we're going to need in AE2. So if we go at AE2, and we can go now. Where is it? Where is it? Where are they? Calculation processors here. We can click this. This can now know how to make these. Make this. We can tell it that it doesn't need the inscriber. And engineering processors. Here we go, like this. And this recipe right here, but doesn't need that. And there we go. We can just stick those guys up in there. And it's going to be like, okay, so now we know how to make all of those. It's going to send it to those guys. And we'll be able to make any of the processors that we need for future endeavors. So the next thing we're going to want is getting better into auto crafting. I want to move the bed here, our bed that's been there since the beginning. How about there? We'll move it right there. Right next to our basic techium. All right, so what we want to do now is start getting into auto crafting. And one of the things about auto crafting is I've always set up the wrong way of doing these. Last few times I've done a new way of setting it up, but this time I'm going back to my wrong way of setting this up. So what we're going to need is pattern providers, this, and molecular assemblers. Okay, so these are the 2 items that we need the most of. We're also going to need crafting tables. All right, so we're going to start off by making a pattern provider, which we're going to need a formation core. We're only going to make one of each of these things. And to start with, because the recipe for future ones, we're going to use the molecular assembler to make more of these. All right, so that is why we start this off with this stuff here. Pattern provider, molecular assembler, and we're going to need cables. The thing that we're going to need first are these dense smart cables. I'm just trying to find the proper... I think this is the one we want. We will go with this. which we're going to need some of these flux covered cables. Yeah, okay. So do we not have any wool? Do we have any string in here? How did we get the wool? That's my ultimate question, is we had wool in here, and I'm trying to remember how we got the wool. Oh, do we use industrial hemp? It has been an age ago since we last made wool, so can we get green wool? If I'm not mistaken, green wool is made by Leafy's string, which we should have plenty of leaves over here. So we should be able to make enough of this stuff to be able to just go like that. And we should be able to make green wool this way, which we should be able to use the green wool. Yeah. We want 4 of these guys to make that. We can take this to make this right here, the dense covered. And we want to turn it into smart cable. And yeah, we're going to automate that entire process here. So where are we going to do this? I want to come down here into this area. I should actually make a second one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason why we use the dense cable is dense cable allows us to have 32 channels. Otherwise, these only allow 8. And the reason why I'm going with smart cables is so we can honestly get a visual representation of the cables here in action. Just trying to think here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this has always been my method of doing this until I tried the previous method, or the method that you guys have seen me use recently, which is the chandelier method. We start off with 1 molecular assembler, 1 pattern provider, and we want to actually put acceleration cards into the molecular assembler here, but if you see here, we have 1 of 32 channels being used for that. So now in here, we're going to teach this how to make blank patterns, because we'll be using a lot of those. Blank. So we're going to say here, that's how you make blank patterns. Okay, so we're going to take this We're going to come down here to this pattern provider, put the blank pattern in there. And we're going to say blank patterns. Can you make us one? Well, it's going to say, well, we're missing iron. Be going, really? You're missing iron? And I believe you're right. Take this gold out of here. This is still processing the gold up. We actually pull the remaining gold out of here. We can get some iron set up. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, we should have, yeah, we have plenty of iron right there, so. We can just toss that iron nip in there. Okay, so we say we want 10 of these. Well, it's missing quartz glass. So how about you make us one set, which should be 2. Okay, once that 2 gets done, we can tell it, okay, how to make quartz glass. Well, you need that type of stuff to make quartz glass. A lot of this is just prepping up the patterns, putting them in there, guys, right now. So now we should be able to make, say, 30 of these. Well, it's now saying surface quartz is missing and glass is missing. So we could teach it how to make, how about this? We need some more blank patterns anyway. So how about get us 10? One of the things I want it to do is be able to make pattern providers. Okay. If you see here, we have the extended pattern provider, but that requires a crystallized assembler, which, well, we don't have yet. I'm just trying to think why we don't have one yet. Extended machine frame. Yeah, there we go. But there we go. So we should be able to make pattern providers, but we're going to want it to know how to make the basic crafting tables. Okay. We want it to be able to make oak planks. We're going to want it to be able to make the formation cores and the destruction cores or annihilation cores. Let's see here. Annihilation cores, formation cores, the things to make up. And now we should be able to just make the basic pattern providers. All right, so we should, with those items placed in here, be able to make pattern providers. So let's make 2 more pattern providers here. So there we go. We've got the ability to make pattern providers now. And we have glass over here. And I want to just tap into the Tom storage. I told you guys it is a bad practice to use one storage mod to attach to another storage mod, and I still hold on to that as true, but I am going to use it right now, so we don't have to run the cables all across there right now to each of these things. So we're going to start out with just using the storage bus on the inventory controller here. And there we go. So we've got that right there. We've got the old network access stuff. So we don't have to make glass or quartz dust. I think quartz dust is already made, right? Apparently it's not. And just trying to remember, quartz dust is made in a crusher or a inscriber. Which, believe it or not, we can take this inscriber here. We can set it up so let's see here. This wrench that off of there. We can set this inscriber up here with a pattern provider on top of this, and we can say quartz dust and an inscriber is made like this. Okay, so we can take this and put this into this pattern provider here. We can now see that this can make this. So say we want 10. It to craft 10 more of those. What's going to happen is it's going to go in there. Auto export. There we go. We're going to tell it can auto export. And there we go. It's going to make the Certus ports for us. So one of the next ones is acceleration cards. We definitely want to be able to make these acceleration cards. If you notice, we have fluid crystals as part of the recipe. We haven't automated that, but pretty much automation is super easy once you start doing the basic providers and this type of stuff. So set up the next pattern provider right there. I'm going to come down to right here, just so we have access to this side, because this side's the only one we really need to worry about. So I want to get, let's see here, 4 for this, and each of these take 5, so 9 to start with. So let's make 10. All right, so we have 10 of these being made. And what this will do is we can put them in here. This will speed up the crafting process of this so much. We can also put them into here. And that's going to speed up these molecular assemblers so that they will produce the products soon or quicker. So we should be able to make molecular assemblers now. There we go. Yeah, we have everything taught to this system. Come over here to this guy, put this in here. We can now say, I want 4 of these. The reason why we're crafting this up like this, guys, this is just like pretty much stage 2 of autocrafting. What I want to do is set it up so that, let me show you guys the basic layout here. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3 more molecular assemblers. 3 more. These guys and pattern providers. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more pattern providers. What are we waiting on? That's always been the one thing. It's making the logic processor. Okay. I'm not sure what it is waiting on that logic processor. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. We need to get the speed ups for this guy. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. It's making it, it's very slow. I think we need to do some speed ups. So let me look at that. Retriever. Which means I can actually set up a different way of doing those. I have a different way of doing the thing over there in my head. But if we set these guys up here and we get 6 more pattern providers. Yeah, that's it. Pattern providers, 6 more. What we're going to do is set up a very unique pattern. I like to refer to it as the checkerboard pattern. So what are we waiting on? It's waiting on, printing logic circuits. Okay, so what was that mod? Modern Dynamics, that's it. At Modern Dynamics, if we click view on this, we can see capacity is max move items, filtered slots to, we need acceleration, item speed plus 100. So if we actually make acceleration cards for this, it would speed those up. And it would be, we could actually add 3 of those. So what if we take, say, 2 of these acceleration cards? Click that and put those in there. Should be a bit faster. Just needs to make one more. And the only reason why it's not doing 2 things at once is, well, it's kind of stuck on 1 speed because of no crafting co-processors on this yet. But yeah, like I said, we're going to make what I like to refer to as the checkerboard pattern of storage, where what we're going to do is make a four by 4 box for this. And the reason why is it's for us, in my viewpoint, it uses all of the pattern providers and molecular assemblers, and it looks pretty nice and keeps with to the square aesthetics, in my opinion, of this game, which I like. And yeah, so that's where it's going to go, is in this spot right there. I think between this episode and next, I'm going to finish that up. So you guys don't have to sit here and watch me process stuff. Just get the basic of that processing done. And next episode, we will get to changing this guy's over to the removing all of these item pipes and piping right into it super fast. A little bit faster than we previously were with these logistical transports. So yes, it looks good the way we were doing it, but the way we're going to do it's cleaner. We also don't have those items in world, which will make the game run a little bit smoother, which, well, we saw does cause issues. But if you like this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike this episode, go right ahead, hit this dislike button. Leave a comment down below why you disliked it. It really helps out this channel. I've had a few disliked comments why the person disliked it. They told me, I took into effect, we improve. So we are trying to hit 1,000 followers, guys. So share this video with your friends and hit that follow button yourself. And until next time, or subscribe button yourself. And until next time, later, Gators.